Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the news bulletin. Here are the headlines of the day. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 89%. Committee on Government Assurance inspects site for proposed construction of entry point cum COVID-19 screening centre at Umling, Ribhoi district. State Home Minister Lakmen Rimboy requests all concerned to refrain from vitiating peace in the state. And Meghalaya Information and Public Relations Minister James K. Sangma inaugurates the new office building of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations at Lower Lashmere, Shillong today. The Union government today said that the country's COVID-19 recovery rate has crossed 89%. The Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has reached over 68,74,000. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 7,15,000. It said that effective implementation of strategic and graded test, track and treat approach has led to higher recoveries and lower fatality. India's case fatality rate is 1.5%, which is one of the lowest globally. In view of the commitment laid down by the government in setting up the entry and exit checkpoints in the state on Wednesday, the Committee on Government Assurance of the state inspected the site for the proposed construction of entry point cum COVID-19 screening centre at Umling in Ribhoi district. The inspection was led by the committee chairman Jorki Sungo, accompanied by the district Deputy Commissioner R.M. Kurba and government officials from PWD buildings. Speaking to media after the inspection, Jorki Sungo expressed his satisfaction as they found the construction of the entry checkpoint progressing in full swing under the observation of PWD building department. He also stressed that the main aim of the inspection is to ensure the entry point functions well enough to meet expectations under the Meghalaya Residence Safety and Security Acts 2016.
When the issue about Nikum GSC, Government Assurance Committee is very concerned. Abang ni don kata kajing terang kajing ang not umnu ni wa bahkan ni kajing sedang kajing tei kan ke entry point kan yaj kata kerkom kaban penkloy nang ba ka kajing check mumta kita infiltration kan nong yaj baik but ni kuat ru.
Responding to provocative banners put up in parts of Shillong, Meghalaya Home Minister Lakmen Rimboy has requested all concerned to refrain from vitiating the peace in the state, while stating that in a democratic country like India, groups and individuals have the freedom to express themselves. He emphasized that such freedom should not be used to create communal tension. Earlier, the Kasi Students' Union had staged a protest against the proposed visit of the All Bengali Youths and Students Organization, citing that it is an attempt to interfere with the affairs of the state and to disturb peace.
India's connection, so we are trying to see who are doing this and what is to be done. And the only thing is that I want that that anything which we do, we should not vitiate the atmosphere to disturb the peace and tranquility of the state. So that is the only thing I could say. So from whatever detail, so I still have to get all those details.
Information and Public Relations Minister James K. Sangma on Thursday inaugurated the new office building of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations located at Lower Lashmere in Shillong. The new building will cater to different wings of the IPR department: press, publicity, publication, advertisement and Meghalaya Integrated Information System, including office of the Regional Passport Seva Kendra and the office of the Shillong Press Club. Inaugurating the new building, Sangma reiterated the importance of the IPR department in creating publicity and awareness of different schemes and programs of the government.
The DIPR, being the press and publicity wing of the government, has a crucial role to play. And this role, not just in the day-to-day governance at various levels, up to the grassroots of the programs and the policies of the government, but also in highlighting all the different schemes that are being initiated by the government, implemented by the government.
We believe it is the beginning of good things to come. Today, as we enter the new building, which will treasure and take forward the future of the Information and Public Relations Directorate, we also enter with a sense of nostalgia for the past. Yet, we are consumed with fervor to forge ahead with rejuvenated commitment to effectively fulfill our duties as a bridge between the people and the government.
Along with the rest of the world, students and teachers in Shillong too have suffered due to the pandemic. While physical classes have not resumed fully, the students and teachers continue to rely on online classes for their studies. A student lamented that while it is tough for them to cope with online teaching, they are trying to make the best of the available technology. While there is no clear-cut date on when this pandemic will finally be contained, it has seemed likely that the students will have to rely on remote modes of learning as long as regular classes do not resume. Dr. Ita Wanda Saibon, Associate Professor, Department of Mass Media, St. Anthony's College, added that a major challenge during the pandemic was owing to the sudden nature with which they were uprooted from the normal classes.
That barely helped us in coping with studying at all. So then there were network issues also, which that was also there. And then, I don't know, it was kind of hard to cope up with everything, considering the fact that we had examinations and we were notified only 3 weeks before the examination, so we had to do everything again. Then we had to study by ourselves. That was not easy at all.
Right now, I think the college is doing everything it can to teach us through these online classes, and the online classes are not efficient as real classrooms and all. But I think we can understand the problem that is going on, because I think the colleges are following the protocols of the government, and also I think we can cope with this for short term.
In a way, this pandemic has really helped us. It has changed, the role of the teacher and our perspective. We have become more empowered, I feel. I realize that this was like a boon for us. We really have upgraded ourselves. Even when we go back to the normal, with the new normal, like you would say, we would be more empowered, I feel. As teachers, we would be more relevant, to the youths of today, because we are using social media, we're using all different types of technology to enhance, the learning capabilities of the student. At the same time, for us also, we have, we have equipped ourselves, we have upgraded ourselves. I feel that we're no longer old and outdated.
The Deputy Commissioner of Riboy District, RM Kurba, remains optimistic about the developing COVID-19 situation in her district. She said that several grassroots initiatives in the past 7 months involving ASHA workers, Anganwadis, headmans and doctors have been successful in creating awareness about the dangers of the disease and the precautions required. Roles of the police and the rapid action teams were also praised. She added that the gradual reopening of the tourism sector was a welcome move. However, the state needs to proceed with caution.
Now you see people are understanding, because the only way out is to the behavior change which we are talking now, which we are requesting people to, have or, load or, the behavior change management app. So we are in requesting each and everyone, especially those people who travel, to have this app and monitor their health, monitor their behavior. This is very important at this hour because we all know that there's no vaccine as such. The only way is prevention.
And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded in the city was 21.2 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 77%, while it was 93% in the evening. The recorded rainfall was 2.7 millimeters. The forecast says that the city and its adjoining areas will have a generally cloudy sky. Rain and thunder showers is likely to occur. And before we wind up, here's a look at the headlines once again. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 89%. Committee on Government Assurance inspects site for proposed construction of entry point cum COVID-19 screening centre at Umling Ripoy district. State Home Minister Lakmin Rimboy requests all concerned to refrain from vitiating peace in the state. And Meghalaya Information and Public Relations Minister James K. Sangma inaugurates the new office building of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations at Lower Lashmere, Shillong today. And with that, we've come to the end of today's edition of the News Bulletin. Do join us back tomorrow at the same time. Good night.